My name is Charlotte Riley Webb. I'm a painter, visual artist, mostly of narratives, and this particular exhibition, paintings. My personal connection to this particular show is actually in two or three different ways. This in particular happens to be my wheelhouse. This is the work that I do generally, just pretty much all the time, because a lot of my influences have been with women who have a legacy, and I've seen that throughout my life. As a mother, I connect directly with this show because I raised, later on, after a divorce, I ended up raising a male child, and life for me ain't been no crystal stair. It has had tacks and splinters and boards torn up and places where the floor was bare, Langston Hughes. So yeah, I connect directly with this particular exhibition and enjoyed actually doing it because I can speak to it, from several points of view. Building a Legacy is a piece actually that already had the title in it, and it's exactly my take on what this exhibition is about. It has a grandmother who has laid the pathway for her female family members. And in it, I used dance as a genre to connect all of these quilted patches and pieces. And what I did, I just juxtaposed the African dancers with the hip-hop dancers and Misty Copeland, ballerina, African-American ballerina, with modern dancers. And throughout that, the grandma has weaved this beautiful tapestry of dance, and she actually made that legacy just because of the way she dealt with the work. See, and so yeah, that's quilting a legacy. I could tell you about maybe three pieces I think I'd like to speak about. A second one is her mother's mother's mother. Okay, it's a piece where I have strong, beautiful black females holding each other up. And the linkage in their hands is what draws them together and holds the family together. Everything else is kind of muted, and you'll see it as a strong piece because of the darkness of the skin and the strength in the hands and white on Mother's Day. And one other piece I'd like to speak about is And Then the Flowers Grow. All of my work actually comes from my spirit. It starts there, and it weaves its way through my memory and my experience basis, and it holds me wherever I stop. That's where it holds me, and that's where the painting comes from. This particular piece was done, and I use art cathartically, actually. As a matter of fact, all the art. I'm a lover of poetry, and I write. I like screenplays. I like to do music. All the arts are tied together in my world. And this particular piece started deep in my spirit, and it worked its way out on a visual. And I'm grateful that I have this canvas that I can express myself on. And Then the Flowers Grow I did during a terrible, horrible time in my life, just dealing with, of course, my husband's death, and our daughter and I watching this, and it wrenched our souls. But in the process, when, I don't know, I guess God speaks up when he needs to, but I was so down and depressed, and this particular day, the daughter walked in the room, and she just made a statement that turned my whole thinking around. She said, "And then the flowers grow." All of a sudden I saw light. I knew there's hope, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, but it was hard getting there. But that particular painting actually speaks to that issue. And what I like about the ability to do this is that there are others that have experienced the same things, and it speaks to their spirits as well, right? And I was thinking about this the other day. Sometimes when we're asked to do commissions, they're a little bit challenging sometimes, unless the person that you're doing it for and you're talking and relating to them, if you have the same experiences or shared experiences, you can translate their feelings and what they're asking for on the canvas, because it comes through you the same way it came through them. That, I was thinking about that as it's a gift, that people have, and the ability to do that is rich. What I'd like to see the public take away from this particular body of work is a more familiar knowledge about me. I want them to look inside of these paintings, not just on the surface, but the message behind them, the narratives behind them, and see Charlotte. I want you to see what I feel, because painting to me is a way to connect my visuals with my feelings, your feelings. And a lot of times when you look into these works, you're going to see stuff that you can relate to. And I want you to be able to do that, because it's God's gift to me and it's to be shared. The epitome of womanhood, to me, I think initially, my mom, my mother and grandmother. And as I grew older, different people that touched my life, different women, strong women that touched my life. Because, our parents, if you're blessed to have really good, strong family ties and bonds, as I did, they're your first role models. They're sowing seeds into us and modeling, even when they don't know they're modeling. They're showing us how to be good, strong Christian women. That's what that whole give those yeast rolls time to rise piece is about. Grandma, mother, sitting there showing us different things, and not necessarily always talking, but modeling. And see, these are things you see, but as you grow older, your lives are touched by different people, different strong women. A lot of them are people in the arts, people that you relate to in poetry, Maya Angelou, Nikki Giovanni, Nina Simone, Baldwin. So I take these experiences and I put them in my little memory bank. And then when I need them, I can draw on them. That's the beauty of art. It's very, very difficult to describe Black women, but I think if I can use one word, it might try to slip in two, I'd say resilience. The fact that we have been through so much, always having to be that pillar in the community, strong person at home, the strength behind our men, the strength and resilience of our family bonds that we try to hold together. There's an African proverb, I think it's from the Ashanti tribe. It says, women, when they're hungry, they say roast something so that the children might eat. See, we are nurturers just by nature. I'm a nurturer. I love to feed people. That's my thing. I'm a foodie. I cook and I feed people. And I've done that because I saw my family, my mom and my grandmother do that. So I'd say resilience. We've had to bounce back from so many things, but still be that strength. Even when our husbands and men and fathers didn't realize how much we were adding to the family, because we don't necessarily have to boast about it. We just do it. We know what our influences has on our families and the importance. I'd say resilient. Mothers should be celebrated. I think that we have such strong roles to play in our families' lives, and it's important that we feel to a degree appreciated. And I think that when we see the fruits of our labor, that's the blessing. The uniqueness, I think, of Black women is that sometimes we go in a room or we are seen initially before we are known as to who we are in character. I think what we have as an advantage is that if you give us time, we can show you who we are. Character is strong. We've had to bite our lips sometimes until we get to the point where we feel comfortable just trying to be ourselves. You see me as a woman first, you see me as a Black female second, but given all of the obstacles that may be in front of us, we've been able to rise to heights that, in our lifetimes, we didn't know that we'd see, So kudos to us. Kudos to us.